We're so excited to see you today. And once again, welcome to OPM Live, which is an extension of Ordinary People magazine. I do hope that your week was a fantastic week and that you accomplished everything that you set out to accomplish. Today, we have an awesome show. We have an awesome guest. She's a great woman of God. But before we get to that, let's give a great shout out to our sponsors. Vimashi Enterprise, Southern Eagle Music Group, It's a Raised Vision, and Gemstones and Trinkets. And we thank them for everything that they do for OPM Live. So, with that, let's get with our show and invite our guest in. Hello, Miss Kelley. How are you?
Hello, Verna V.
How is your day?
Wonderful, wonderful.
You
So
excited about the school year?
I am a little apprehensive, but I'm ready.
You're
October 1st
ready?
is our date.
So, Miss Kelley, would you mind if I call you Brenda?
Absolutely.
Okay, so Brenda, tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into the ins and outs of Thrive Women Group.
All right. I'm originally from Wisconsin, presently living in Atlanta, Georgia, and loving every moment of it. Been here since 92. I am a nurse by profession. Been a nurse 38 years. I am married. I have four children. I still say four children, um, ranging from 40 all the way down to 26. Year old twins, and just recently lost my son in July 1st. He passed away with sickle cell anemia.
Our
So, but
condolences to you.
children. But I am a mother. I am a servant leader. I am a worshiper. I am a singer. I sing. Uh, that's my first love, and I'm just glad to be here with you today.
You are such a busy woman. Got
Yes,
many, many hats on, I see. So,
absolutely.
if you don't mind sharing with our listeners, with our audience, about Thrive Women Group and how did Thrive come about?
Well, Thrive Women came about, honestly. The Lord just spoke to me and said, I want you to open your home to women and share. And at the time, I would say I'm an introvert. And I said, Lord, now, I'll sing, I'll do a lot of things, but opening my home, just, what am I supposed to be doing? He said, open your home and share. And so I did that, just that. In 2010, I started out and I shared. I started out with like a small Bible study. We did a little praise and worship. We did fellowship, just did some games, just invited some women into my home. And it started out, and I didn't think I was going to keep doing it, but it kept going and going. And for a while, I kind of backed off a little bit, getting a little nervous about it, but I kept doing it. And I want to say my children, my twins graduated in, what year did they graduate? Anyway, they graduated when they turned 18, and I took them off to college. I was walking, getting out of my job and leaving, and thinking about who I had to pick up and what I had to do. And at that point, I stopped in my tracks and realized that I didn't have to pick anybody up. I didn't have anything to do. And I felt at that moment like, nobody needs me. And
Wow.
that's when the midlife thing hit me, that no one needs me. Nobody needs me anymore. And so that's when I started reaching out even more to midlife women and just sharing with them. And at that point, I had to stop and think, really, what do I want?
Right.
What do I like? and I couldn't think of, I really didn't know what I enjoyed because I had put everything into them. I had put, a lot of times people say that I'm not going to do that. But when you are a mother, when you're taking care of a family, you give everything to your family. And
That's
that's what
true.
I did. So I had to really regroup and really start looking at what Brenda enjoyed, what I liked, and what I wanted for my life.
I
So
totally
it was
understand that.
different.
I totally understand that empty nest syndrome. When it happened to me, I was about 40. I was 44, and I
Mhm.
can't say I was. I felt a little weird because I didn't have to pick up my son anymore. Actually, it happened way before then, before he left off of school, when he got his own vehicle, and I didn't have to do all that driving, and I had all this extra time. And just like you, I'm like, I got so much time on my hand. What am I going to do this extra time? Go home and take a nap is exactly what I decided I would do from then on. So, tell us, share a little bit about Thrive.
Yeah, at that point, I started really, for the first week or so, I was crying. My husband was like, Brenda, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Um, but then I started seeing the freedom. I mean, I was married at the age of 16 and divorced by the age of 26. And so from 17 years old when I had my first child up until 51 is when they went off. And at that point, I had lost. I mean, I felt like I had lost a lot of years because I put a lot of things on the back burner. I always wanted to sing, I wanted to record. There was a lot of things that I wanted to do that at this point I was like, okay, where am I going now? And so I started working on taking care of my health. I started wanting to write, do a little writing. So I started venturing out to do things. And I thought, instead of me just doing it by myself, I want to bring some other women along. If I'm going through, if I'm struggling, if I'm feeling like I'm not sure, am I capable of doing this now? Who's going to want to hear me now? That's what a lot of women feel when they're getting older. Who's going to want to hear me? The younger ones are coming on the scene. But now I've encouraged women to really to help them with not only health awareness, but with their personal development, with their identity, with their confidence, just helping them to build that and gain clarity for the next season of their life, for where they want to go from here. So it's been a wonderful experience. We have workshops before the pandemic. I usually did a every quarter I did a workshop, and I'm still doing things online, even though we're not doing the workshops in person. I just recently did a self-care workshop, and that was actually a 4-week course that I did where we talked about self-care, really taking care of yourself, what it means to really feel good and feel valued in who you are. Another one that I'm working on is just really helping women to take care of their health. And I have a little booklet that I'm doing, a healthy eating guide. And booklet is this talks about helping you to really watch your intake. I just recently, last year, I went to the doctor and he told me that I was pre-diabetic. And so I made a decision that I was going to work on that to get that in order. And this year I went back. He had told me, if you come back and it's still up, your A1C, I'm going to have to put you on a pill. And when I went back, it went from 5.7 to 5.4. So it is within range now. And all because I made a decision to change my eating. So that, because I'm a nurse and I see what goes on, that is one of the most important things to me, is taking care of your health and doing everything you can. So I incorporate that into Thrive, into everything that we do: health awareness, confidence building, personal, really knowing who you are, your identity, and what God has for you.
So you're doing more of
So
your
that's
workshop. I hear you say you're doing more of your workshops
online.
on online
Yes, yes.
through
We
Zoom.
do Zoom meetings, right? And I do Zoom. Like when I have a course that we do, we are on Zoom weekly, as well as in my face on the. We have a private group, Facebook group for whatever course we're working on. So I in and
Okay,
share with them, and um, yeah. So it's been pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
that's
I love what I do. Tell you, God is really, a lot of times we think that there's this, we are thinking of this ourselves, but God will give us something. And the more we do what he tells us to do, and as we step into the things that God has given us and put in our minds, our desires, as you do the work that God has given you, it turns from just a desire to your passion. And that has truly been the case for me. This is not only just a desire, something that I thought, maybe, but this is a passion. You know, when I wake up in the morning, I'm thinking about Thrive. I'm thinking about what I can do. I'm thinking about who needs help, who needs a certain area. So it's all leading of the leading of the Lord.
that's fantastic. That's really great.
Yes.
So tell us about some of your community involvements. I know you guys have done some things.
Yes, we have. Usually, we try to find, especially with the pandemic going on, we can't do as much, but we try to find something every year, someone to give back to. We've gone to the nursing homes and sing. We do that. Usually, I will do that like every quarter. Go in and sing, but we can't go now that we're going through this season. But we go to the nursing homes and share with them. I've worked in nursing homes in the past, and I just, the Lord just put it on my heart, that they need, even though they're older. A lot of times people think the older, the seniors don't need it, but they need encouragement. They need to feel the value. They need to feel loved. And sometimes we're the only ones, sometimes that they're connected to. I
Yeah.
remember working in the nursing home, and one year I was like, Lord, why am I still here? Everybody, all my friends have left, and you still got me here. Why am I here? And I heard him say that you're the last person that that ministers to them sometimes before they're ushered into my presence. And at
Mhm.
that point, saying, "Why am I here?" and said, "Lord, use me," because you don't know who you're going to touch. So I
Absolutely.
love the nursing. Another thing that we did, we worked with shelters. We gathered up items one year to help the specific shelter. Last 2019, we sponsored a family, a young lady, a little girl that was in first grade who had leukemia. So we
Right.
sponsored her, and different ones bought gifts as we got a list from her of the things that she wanted, and we purchased those things for her, as well as her siblings. We purchased, gave them each a gift card, and as well as the family, we gave a gift card for the family for food, for Walmart gift card. So we tried to do something to you know, reach others as the Lord blesses us, to reach out to someone else.
That's great. Now,
Yes.
how can how can someone join Thrive? How do you get your members?
They can. Okay. I usually on Facebook, I have a group called Thrive Women.
Uh
Um,
huh.
usually someone else will recommend usually someone else recommend them to the group, Thrive
Mm-hmm.
Women on Facebook, well as you can ask to be invited, and we'll let you come on in. There's some questions that you have to ask, answer before you come in. I'm also on Instagram, Thrive Women 62, and you can also reach us on there as well.
That's great. I can tell by your voice that you truly, truly, truly enjoy what you do, and it's such a blessing that you're so obedient to the Word of God. That's really great because there's so many
Yeah.
people out there that's hurting, and we don't know. But the group, you call it midlife, when
Midlife,
women are in their
yes.
midlife, that's your target group.
That's my target. But believe it or not, I have women that are in their 30s as well as even 70s that come into the group, and they are blessed. One of the things that is my passion as well is mentoring the young women. So I have some young women that come in. As a matter of fact, I have a couple of women right now that I'm going in. I meet with their children, and then in addition to meeting with the children, I'm listening, I'm talking to them, and then I'm going back to mom saying, okay, these are some things that you can do. Just kind of helping mentor, because I remember when I was 16 and had and 17 years old when I had my first one at 17, and I'm sitting here with this baby saying, okay, what am I going to do with her? I even though I had my mother, I was an independent person, so I didn't ask a lot of questions. I just did what I thought was right. And a lot of times, I guess because I've had twins as well, organization is one of the most important things that a mother can have. And so I really stress that with the younger mothers, encouraging them to get organized, to, organize their home so that they can be more successful in taking care of their kids and just maneuvering in their life. And so it's not only the younger ones, but I have some older ones as well. And a lot of the older ones deal with more of people, make them feel like they're not needed anymore. They feel like they're here, but they're kind of pushed to the side. So my goal with them is to let them know that you are valued, you are needed. I need you.
Absolutely.
We need you.
Absolutely.
Coming up, we need to know. It's bridging the gap. It's like we a bridge keeps people connected, and
Right.
so the younger ones coming to me, and I'm coming to the older ones. So we need one another. And
Right.
so that's really what Thrive is about, helping no matter where you are to flourish, to grow. That's what Thrive is, to grow, to flourish, to be all that you are called to be. Because if you're still here, God still needs you. He still wants you ministering. I tell my mother all the time, I need you. I need what you have. You're teaching me, even though you're not, you're still teaching me things that I need to know for where I'm going. So
Right.
it's really greater than just midlife. Yes, it's greater than that.
That's fantastic.
And so
It is. Go
I'm
ahead.
excited what God is doing. I told, after my son passed away first, the Lord had just gave me, yesterday I was praying and just kind of weepy, and the Lord just let me know it's time to shake it off. You can't,
Check
you
it out.
can't dismiss it, but you got to come to yourself, because
Right.
He said, I am with you even to the end. I am with you. So you got to keep moving. You can't, because sometimes we stay in this place and we feel like I can't go any further. I'm at a standstill. He said, shake it off. It's time to move.
Shake it off.
And that some of the areas where I had told people, not now. I think Verna, I did that with you. I said, you when you checked with me, like, let me get back to you, because I was just feeling, some kind of way. But God said, call them. And I began to send it out. Hey, I'm ready. I'm ready. In spite of what you're going through, God has need of us.
That's right.
So that's when I took off. Okay, Lord, I may be weepy
Whew.
sometimes. I may go, but I'm moving. I'm moving
Yes,
because there's work, and when my son's here, I noticed when he moved here to Georgia, I noticed everything was it was urgent. He was like getting things done. He had to get them done. He didn't sit down. And I don't know if he
wow.
knew that the time was there, but he was moving. I mean, everything that he did, he was moving. I got to get this done. He
Wow.
also did music, and he got a lot done. And so that made me see that we are here on purpose, for purpose, and we have to be in that place of urgency, like he was. Like, we don't know when our time is up. So I want to walk around like I got to move. I got to get it done. Lord, everything that you want me to do, I don't want to go to my grave and not accomplish, not finish my assignment. Every woman that I'm supposed to speak to, every person that needs what I have, I want to be able to give it, to pour in, to plant the seed in someone else. Because that seed, I may water it, but I may be the one to plant it. And that's
Right.
what's important. That's important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
We definitely have to keep moving. And you're so obedient to the word of God. And again, my condolences to you. I do understand that not wanting to do and got to keep moving. It's you just have to keep moving. And for me, that was the only thing that kind of helped me to get through when my brother passed.
Yeah.
You just had to keep moving. And it's
Right.
not like someone may think of it as being insensitive, but everybody mourns differently and at different times.
Right.
And so I commend you
Right.
on being the person who you truly are. I know when we first met, it was kind of odd when you first reached out to me, but our friendship has blossomed over the years, and you have. I don't want to. I don't want to talk because I know I get to crying, but you have truly, truly, truly been a friend to me, and I know that you're a wonderful woman of God. You are. You definitely walk what you talk about. You definitely walk it. And so I appreciate you for that. And I appreciate everything that you've done for me. So I love you, my sister. I definitely do. And thank you so. I know I get to cry. I'm such a crybaby. I get to cry in a minute. But thank you so much for being on the show. We appreciate all of your community service, everything that you do in your Thrive Women group, mentoring the young and the old, and still visiting those that are shut in. Such a great woman of God. So, once again, if you can share with our audience how they can connect with you, if they desire to be a part of Thrive Women Group, how that can take place.
Okay. You can go on Facebook. I'm on Facebook, and go to Thrive Women and check out the group. And from there, there's a couple questions that you have to answer. And I will let you in through that way. Also, I have a website, isimplythrive.com. You can go on there and check me out as well. And also an Instagram, Thrive Women 62. You can check me out on there as well.
Great. Thank you,
That is it.
Miss Brenda Kelley, for being
Thank
an
you.
awesome guest today. And we will look forward to hearing from you and all the great things that Thrive Women Group have coming up in the near future. So thank you again for being our
All
guest,
right.
and we hope you have a great, great weekend.
All
Okay.
right. You too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Take
We thank Miss Kelley for being in our guest today. I'm trying not to be teary-eyed. She's truly my sister friend. She's more like a sister to me. And I thank you for tuning in. But as always, we have a reading. And of course, we continue to read Jesus Calling, Enjoying Peace in His Presence, and of course, by Sarah Young. And let me try to get some extra eyes so I can see. Okay, so today is August the 12th, and it reads, "Come to me when you are weak and weary. Rest snugly in my everlasting arms. I do not despise your weakness, my child. Actually, it draws me closer to you because weakness stirs up my compassion, my yearning to help. Accept yourself in your weariness, knowing that I understand how difficult your journey has been. Do not compare yourself with others who seem to skip along their life paths with ease. Their journeys has been different from yours, and I have gifted them with abundant energy. I have gifted you with fragility, providing opportunity for your spirit to blossom in my presence. Accept this gift as a sacred treasure. Delegate, yet glowing with brilliant light. Rather than struggling to disguise or deny your weakness, allow me to bless you richly through it. And the scriptures are Isaiah 42 and 3, Isaiah 54 and 10, Romans 8 and 26. And again, thank you so much for tuning in to OPM Live, which is an extension of Ordinary People magazine. And with that, I do hope you have a great weekend and enjoy the rest of your day. And so, until next time, bye bye.